My name is Brittany, and I will be the instructor of this course. So glad to have you. Right now, everybody is just dropping in the chat where they're on the line from. And no, you are not late. We are just getting started. So make sure you have your pen and your piece of paper. Like the live for me, share the live for me. Yeah, while in here, I see we have 27 people in here. My live only been shared 7 times. Let's go ahead on and do that for me so we can get started, and make sure y'all run up those likes for me. Okay. All right, thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so let's go ahead on and get started. So again, this is Introductory to Banking 101. Like I said, in this class, we will be knowing how to do different things with the bank. So by the time this class ends, you will understand the role of banks and the financial institution, learning how to select a bank that fits your need. You're going to be able to practically have knowledge of banking terminology, what's going to happen with the banking, and how to run your account more efficiently. You're going to also learn the difference between what a prepaid card is, a debit card, and a credit card. We're also going to maximize your use of online banking. I worked in an online banking site when I was back in Birmingham for one of your big banks. And I actually started the very first training class of that site. That's when banking, like online banking, was new and kind of rolled out. I actually kind of helped start that site. And I learned so much when it comes to online banking. I remember where people used to get paper statements in the mail, and once online banking was created, everything shifted to online. So your bank probably told you, oh no, you cannot get a statement anymore. We only do it online. So if you want to do it, you have to print it out yourself. We just provide your statements online. So that's kind of, I started in that area, and people absolutely hated doing it. They hated it. And I'm like, well, it's kind of efficient at the same time, because it's almost like a breakdown of you being able to get the information that you need in reference to your banking account just quickly, as by clicking the app on your phone or going to the website. So in this class, I will go down more of a rabbit hole, going into more deep details of you being able to use your online banking efficiently, because there's a lot of information that your bank account tell you that you really don't even pay no attention to. A lot of people don't know how to budget and do different things like that. Well, your online banking kind of can do it for you. So I'll give you more detail on that, as well as learning how to, again, even maintain and build your good credit. Banking has a lot to do with it too. The bank you choose, what type of debit card, credit card, those type of things kind of help you to help build good credit. So you need to be able to know, is this institution for me or is it not? Because a lot of times we'll sign up with somebody because that's just what they use. Just because they use it don't necessarily mean it was for you to use. You have to go based upon your needs. So we'll be talking about that in this class as well, and talking about just banks in general. So this course will be a approximately 6 weeks course. What I'll be doing once a week. Preferably, it'll be on Mondays. Now, y'all kind of tell me in the comments. I know a lot of people were saying, I have so many classes. I have to do classes going at the same time. Classes doing this, classes doing that. So if I do it in the evening time because I feel like more people can watch in the evening after you get off work type of deal. So tell me what day works best for you. Whatever day works best, I would like to do it on that day. Preferably for me, I think Mondays would be better because it's the start of the week and you will be able to kind of take the knowledge that I'm providing you and kind of go ahead on and using it for that week and kind of see Miss Brittany know what she's talking about, because I do. So yeah, let me know what day works better for you. I just prefer to do it on Monday. Monday is fine. Okay, yeah, drop down in the comments. Monday evenings around this time. Okay, perfect. So make sure that you set in your calendar. So for the next 6 weeks, we'll be going live each and every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Central time. We'll meet here and we will go over these different things. So to get started this week, we'll be going over, like I said, the introduction of bankings. So go ahead on and make sure you grab your pen and your piece of paper if you have it. I'll go ahead on and get started. We're going to get to 30. We got to get to 4K though in the likes. Let me get the 4K likes and then we're going to go ahead on and get started. Make sure you share the live with a friend or a family. Also, I'm looking to get me some subscribers, so go ahead on and subscribe to my channel as well if you're not already. You can go ahead on and subscribe. Make sure you have your notifications on, so when I do go live, you will not miss my lives. Make sure you go live. Now, with that being said, somebody should be recording the live. And I will eventually go ahead on and make a YouTube page as well. So once I create my YouTube page, which I'll probably do that tonight, I will be creating a YouTube page so that way you can follow me on YouTube as well. That way, if it's a night that you miss or something, you'll be able to catch it possibly even on my YouTube page. So try to do that as well. Yes, so thank you. Yeah, I don't want anybody to miss this information at all. So definitely do that for me. Also, tonight and right now, any night that we are doing the lives, and not only for myself, but our other content creators, we all do this for free on our time. So with that being said, we definitely like for you to continue to share the live, tell a friend, tell a family member, because the information that we are teaching is information that we are trying to share with the world. So, you know, this is key information, especially with my class. I feel like me teaching this can help somebody else. So if you have even teenagers, go grab them, tell them, hey, this is some key information. We as parents, we can only teach so much. It's somebody else that got to help us. So I don't want to leave no child behind. This is key information for them as well. So with that being said, again, I thank you so much, each and every one of y'all, for being here. I see y'all done got me up to 5.5K. So we'll go ahead on and get started. So our first topic that we'll be talking about is the role of banks in the economy. Banks play a lot of roles inside of this economy. I don't know who a lot of people like to bank with, so let's go there. First thing first, if you don't mind, drop in a comment, who do you bank with? Now, believe it or not, people have different banks in different places, and banks are actually a controversial topic a little bit because we have so many different things that's been happening with banks, such as the terrorist virtual terrorist attack with the banks that just recently happened, if I'm not mistaken, a little bit over 4, 5, 6 months ago. So, like, that was a big deal because when the terrorist attack, the cyber attack, that's what it was. It was a cyber attack. When that cyber attack happened and it targeted banks, a lot of people did not know what was going on with their money. I know I worked at a company at the time, and the people was, I think their direct deposits was not hitting. And who don't want to get paid on a Friday? When a Friday come, I want my money. Like, Chandra, what up that money? Okay, I want my money. So with that being said, like, people just didn't know. So where you bank most definitely matters. And on top of that, you need to be able to know, hey, how to get my money. I always like to tell people, don't always put your eggs in one basket, but you got to always be able to start. There is a lot that goes on with banking, linked bank accounts, different things like that. So the roles that banks play in this economy is actually a lot. Right now, we are in a economy where everybody is digital. So the use of actual cash is, oh, the probability of me actually carrying cash in my pocket is low. It's low. Let me ask this: how many of you all actually carry cash in your wallet, or are you used to tap? This is a tap culture. So do you prefer cash or do you prefer tap? Drop that down in the comments for me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tag, okay. All right, I see some people say, okay. Okay. All right, yep. Okay, so yeah, tap. Majority of people use tap. I like to use tap too because sometimes I just may not want to dig down in my purse and pay your way and your homeboy's way and sometimes your cousin's way. Okay, that just kind of fell right there, y'all. But yeah, I don't want to do all of this. So it's like, but I'm always have my phone in my hand so I could just easily like just go ahead on and tap. So I like a tap too. Now with that being said, it is still good sometimes to carry cash on you because I have ran into instances where it's like, okay, Brittany, they just need 7 cents or something or a coupon or something that I done got money off of and it's like a low amount, or my daughter may say, Mama, I need 50 cents or something to that nature. So I'm not going to be like, girl, let me tap it, for 50 cents or $1 or some change. So sometimes I try to have that. Now, with that being said, because we are moving to a digital type of currency, we need to know, again, that's the reason why knowing where you're putting your money at is so important. A lot of these apps charge you fees. That's taken away from your money. So the more that you know, the more that you grow. So that's kind of more of what we're going to talk about. And again, that has a lot to do with, again, what's going on. A lot of people like to use Chime. I don't really care for Chime. I do use Cash App. Cash App is okay. Everything is risky when it comes down to it. So what you learn about each bank is very important. So what I say is, before you choose a bank, what type of research have you done on this bank? How can this bank be beneficial to you? Banks typically started because people started making a lot of money and they stopped putting it inside of their mattresses, because if I'm getting so much money, I can't put it in the mattress. I can't put it inside of the walls because somebody may come in and see it. They may break into my house and then they're going to get my money. The first thing people do when they break into your house is do what? They looking up under your mattress. They look in every nook and cranny. So banks became a thing because it was a secure way to be able to secure your money. So I know a lot of people don't like to choose banks. They would prefer to do a prepaid, but banks is actually securing your money. They actually have insurance on your money and different things like that. So the best thing to do is, before you go to any bank, choose what works for you. I have Navy Federal. I love Navy Federal. I've seen a couple of Navy Federals in the account, in the comments. So Navy Federal is a very good bank as well, and it benefits me. When looking at the banks, is basically a way to help you to, like I said, secure your money. You also can do referrals. You can do different things with the bank. Let's see. One thing I like to do when picking a bank, sometimes I always get either emails, I get things in the mail. They send out mailers. Join our bank. You can get $200 for starting a new account. Take advantage of those. Take advantage of it, because you mean to tell me just because I came to your bank and I got direct deposit set up, I can get $200 if I just keep the account open for 90, 60, or 90 days? Why not? $200? Cool, say less. Because my money was going to be deposited somewhere anyway, right? So if you see those, go ahead on and take advantage of those. That's to help you gain some free extra money. Two, before you actually join them, make sure that they benefit you. What is it that you are looking for in a bank? So now that's another thing. A lot of y'all are telling me what you bank with. The first question I want to know is, why do you like the bank that you bank with? Why do you trust them with your money? Why do you trust this bank with your money? Let's see. Okay, somebody say because low interest rates. I read intro to banking instead of banking. I must be hungry. Bacon. I'm in the kitchen and I'm like, Glow, so let me cook. But no baked goods. There's some coming here today. I'm just joking. But yes, intro to banking. I am like Biko. I'm coming through. I'm frying though. If y'all think I'm frying, put some catfish in the comments. Bacon. Okay, now y'all got me nervous. I hope I didn't put in the thing say bacon. I hope I didn't. I feel like I put banking. I know I've been saying banking, but I'm just saying I hope my thing don't say bacon. So I hope I put that. If I did, okay, no, it says banking. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. All right. Sometimes you know how we be just typing so fast. Okay. But yeah, so a couple of people say they choose their bank because of interest rates. Well, let me ask you this. What are some of the benefits that you look for in a bank? What is it that you would like to gain from your bank? Is your bank working for you? Yep, FDIC, that's a good one. Okay, I want to get my direct deposit instead of waiting for the bank. Chase has great benefits, low interest rates, and they are international. That's a good point. Protecting my money, okay. They offer, invest, okay. Now, the first thing somebody come in and said because of the FDIC, that's correct. That's the best way to make sure you're choosing the correct bank for you. Well, Ms. Brenda, what is FDIC? That is where they have the insurances to cover your money. Remember, we are all using virtual money at this point. Remember, everybody said that they like tap, right? So how the bank actually play a part in the economy is the banks are actually getting your money. They are putting it into their investment. And then let's just say these same banks that we all use, they take our loans. They allowing people to come loan and get money from them as well. So they're using your virtual money and then they're turning around, but they're loaning it to other people and then they're charging them. Now, how does that work, Ms. Brittany? Because when I go to my account, my money's still there. If I go to the bank, it's still there. Yes, that is absolutely correct. Because online banking is telling you that the money is still virtually technically there. But however, we just telling you that it's there, but we didn't use it and gave it out to somebody else. So like for instance, when banking first started, I want y'all to remember, back in the day, I used to like watching the Andy Griffin show. That is like, okay, I bet you that is telling you my age, but I like watching the Andy Griffin show because it was like just like a small little town, right? And in the town, we know that Andy worked at the police station in the town. So when they walked in he worked at the police station, but when they would go outside, okay, so it got to be other stuff inside of this town. It's a small little police department, but you got to have a bank, you got to have a schoolhouse, you got to have a church, you got to have all this stuff, right? So how banking started, it was a little building. So just imagine it being just one little building and you live in a city or a little town, and that's the only thing that's there is these little few places. So everybody is doing this same exact thing. Everybody is going to put their money into their accounts. Everybody's investing in this bank because they want this bank to protect their money. That's what they started doing. So once they started doing that, okay, they're getting all this money. So that's the reason why on movies and TV screens, we see where they had these big safes with this thing where they have everybody money. Okay, cool. So now, with that being said, just as well as we have people putting money into the banks, guess what? We have people coming in over here that need money. They need money. Whether it's for whatever it is, to get my car broke down, I need to get my car fixed. They are needing money. So now they're asking to get a loan from the bank. Well, the bank have all this money because we just had all these people to come invest inside of the bank or put their money inside of the bank. So that's what they was able to do. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to reset real quick. Go ahead on and continue. Thank you so much for being here. Like the live, share the live. All right. So yeah, right there. So a lot of people said that they try to benefit out for the bank, but that's, what you need to do. Get a different type of loan. Tell me, have you ever got a loan from a bank or did any type of payday loans or anything to that nature? This is a safe space, but how important is getting a loan to you, even financing different things like that? How important is that to you? That is correct. An overdraft fee is the same thing as a loan. And people don't know that, but it is still kind of a same thing as a loan. And when we get to that, because that's something we definitely going to talk about as well. Payday loans, oh my God. As I mentioned before, I used to work inside of a payday loan place. And I was the manager there, and the amount of people that was coming in, I'm talking weekly, to get a loan was crazy. And then they was charging the company was charging them all these high fees. And the thing is that they were getting the loans like month after month after month. It was entrapment. To the point where it was like they was trapping themselves to the point where they couldn't even get themselves out of the loan. They have gotten so used to doing it, they was really just trapped into the loan. Now don't get me wrong, we all need loans, but then that's where it goes back to interest rates and different things like that. You need to be able to know how, if I'm banking with this company, how can I make this bank work for me? If I'm going to get a loan, I just put all this money into your account. You need to be able to invest in me. You need to be able to invest in me. That is the role that banks play in our economy. But the question I would ask you is, are you going to continue to allow them to loan your money out to somebody else and make the most out of your money? Or are you going to get yourself together that not only can I put my money into your account or into your institution is going to work for me? Do you want your institution to work for you? Drop down in the comments, or do you want your institution to work for me or to work for you? Because you're getting somebody else rich. All right. While y'all here, go ahead on and like my live, share my live. Also, go ahead on and subscribe to my page. Subscribe to my TikTok page. And yeah, be on notification when I go live. I thank y'all so much for being in here with me. This is something that I'm really passionate about talking about, because when I say I have seen it all. And this was one thing that I liked when I was working. I worked in a call center. And so working in that call center, people would always call and they would ask questions. Well, again, I'm the expert, but little did they know I'm behind the scenes learning just like y'all. I'm behind the scenes learning just like you, but I made myself more knowledgeable to where not only can I tell you how to do it, I can tell you I can use it and do it for myself. I'm going to tell you how to do it, and then I'm going to go home and I'm going to try it myself. And that's pretty much what I did. Eventually, I will get to CDs and the other things, and in the trust and the high yield savings. Yes, eventually I will get to those. I didn't really want to go more into detail, just basically covering the basics. So what I'll do, that's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up to me. I'll probably do that in my 102 class. So not this session, but if you like this session and you want to know more, because when I say I have so much more to tell you, I will make sure that I do that in the next session. So make sure y'all go ahead on and subscribe to my page. And like I said, like the live, share the live, because the more people that I'm able to reach, the better we are to have or to succeed and gain wealth in this community, in this economy that we have nowadays. Yes, thank you. I've been banking with credit union and looking into black-owned banks. You know what? It is black-owned banks. I have looked into those as well. It's not a lot, but it is a few. It is a few. All right. So, yeah. So, going back to, so we're back on Andy Griffin, right? So, as we're watching Andy Griffin, like I said, they have the bank there and everybody's putting their money into the bank, and they are giving loans out to people who need loans. So yeah, payday loans is not really good. Don't do it. If you're going to get something, payday loans do not help you build your credit, depending on who you're getting it from. Now technology has changed so much that you possibly can get some that's going to help. Most of the time, they're not there to help the credit. They are there to hurt the credit if you do not pay. And I have seen it. People be looking like, I just went in, got $200, and this then turned into a nightmare. Man, I don't have the money to pay it. I'm going to just stop paying it. Okay. You can stop paying it. And then after they done reached out to you, call, because I used to have to do collection. Well, I did not have to do collection calls. Sometime I would have to do collection calls, but we would have to do collection calls. Hey, is you going to come in and pay for your loan? People used to do loans on their cars, like do titles. They would put their titles up to get a loan and then turn around. And if you didn't pay it, you don't think that they was going to come and repo your car? Oh, okay. All right. And they going to show you, and they come right on and repo it. And then they take it right down there to the auction, and then they sell it. Do y'all see how many they have at the car auction? They be banked on. Oh, I love them. I love them because guess what? It depends on. I can either buy it outright from the bank, or I can turn around and if I need to, get a loan from the bank. And now let's go hit on that real quick. That's the reason why you need to make sure you pick the bank that is best for you, because your bank and you doing right by the bank so you can get a loan. Because why go to finance at the car lot when you can get a loan from your bank when they already got your money? Drop some money emojis down there. Drop me some money emojis because, come on now. I'm giving somebody else some money now. You do. You have way more control when you do it like that. But you have to know what you're doing. Because now you helping somebody else's business and they giving you they charging you more interest. So now you paying interest on that. Then you if I'm investing in y'all can invest in me. Now, it's not as easy as you think. I'm going to make sure I say that. And again, it depends on who it is that you're banking with. It is not easy to get along. That's the reason why your credit matters. So like I said, in this course, it'll be a 6 weeks course. And we're going to be going over those things. How to have good credit. And it starts with the type of bank that you choose. So make sure that you choose wisely. So make sure you choose wisely. Thank y'all so much for being here. I'm just so grateful that y'all here. Yes, let's get the live up. So I see I got 17.5. Come on, I know y'all could get me some more. Let's make sure we share the live, like the live. I appreciate y'all taking the time out to be here with me tonight. What I'll do is I'm going to do a little quick, brief recap for the people that is late. The class will be on my page, TikTok. If you're not following me, go ahead on and follow me. It'll be every Monday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Central Time. Put it on your calendar. Save it as a reminder. This course will be a 6 weeks course, and we're going to be talking about introduction to banking. All things banking. Yes, thank you. Yeah, put on your notification bell. Yeah, so as I mentioned too at the beginning of the class, I have been in the finance field for over 15 years. I've worked from payday loans to banking, online banking, credit cards. I've been doing this for quite some time. So I am very knowledgeable about what it is that I'm talking about. So I want to take this information that I learned from behind the scenes, and a lot of these methods and tactics and things that I'm talking about, I have used in my own personal income, and everything that I have done has worked for me. I've actually learned it by being in the call center talking to clients every single day. For 8 hours a day, I was not just sitting there just talking to y'all. I was learning. I learned off of the people and what they was doing with their money. And we as people, we have a lot of different trends that we do with our money. My favorite part about my job was that when people that look like me called in and they did not know what I do with this secured card. How do I build my credit? I don't know, Miss Brittany, I just got the card because somebody told me I needed one. Because that's it. We lead the horse to the water, but we don't make them drink it. Or sometimes we don't want to take out the time to teach them how to drink it. And I'm not even going to say too much about us teaching it, because if we don't know, how we going to teach somebody that we don't know? We can't. So with that being said, I took the time out because that was what was happening in my household. Well, I'm not going to too much say that because my parents did really, really well when it came to the finance. My dad went to Auburn University and his major was finance. So he was really, really smart when it came to the money. And I will say he's the reason why I am really good at this, because when I was young, 15, 16 years old, he had me sitting down writing his bills out. 16 years old. Balancing his checkbook. He made me sit down and do that. And for that, I am so grateful. And at the 15, I absolutely hated it. I hated it because, do you know, at 15 years old, I got something better to do. I got something better to do. But he sat me down and said, hey, you got to learn how to do this because one day I'm going to have to do the finances for my house. And here I am. At this big age, I have to know how to run the household, how to pay bills, what to do here. I got to learn how to do that. So he sat me down and he made me learn how to do it. And so once I got in the real world and I have now then had to pay my bills, I had to learn how to do it for myself. But thankfully, he taught me. So I feel bad for the people that nobody is telling them what to do. They just getting out here and they are, hey, Nick. Hey, Nick. They are getting out here and they just freestyling. They freestyling. Now, how are they making the most out of their money? And y'all do know we make the most money in our 20s. We make the most money in our 20s. Like, oh my God. All this time, if somebody would have told me what to do with my money, I would be, oh my God, I would be ahead of the game. Like, ooh. I tell myself all the time right now, if I just had somebody who had a mentality like me when I was younger, then I would have so much money right now. I always tell myself I'm a walking millionaire. I just didn't have all my money yet. And I still don't. I still don't have all my money yet. But I'm getting there. I know I done spent probably $1 million in my lifetime. Now my goal is to create generational wealth with my money for not only just me, but for my daughter, my grandkids, my great-grandkids. I don't want to have no kids no time soon. But for me to be able to use this knowledge that I know to be able to pass it on to them. So I want to be able to teach you guys how to do the same thing because there's a lot that comes with the banking. And if the more we know, the more that we grow. So I want you to also invite your children. If you know some teens, that's teenagers that just started working a job, have them to join the live, share the live with them, have these conversations in your family. Because again, if we don't know, make sure you tell them, join Miss Brittany Live. I will say this, like I mentioned, I'll be going for the next 6 weeks. I'll be going live each and every Monday, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Central time. And I'll be in here talking about all things bank, all things banking. Financial literacy is very important, and I cherish it. It's something that I do, and I've seen it, and I want people to know about it, and it starts here. This whole TikTok thing, just teaching, just happened to come about. But this is something that I have been really, really, really wanting to do for a long time, y'all. I just know how to do it. I didn't feel like I had a platform to do it. So now, if they don't give you a seat at the table, create your own. Did y'all hear what I said? If they don't give you a seat at the table, create your own. So I thank y'all for investing in my table. It's a little box right now, but thank you all for investing in my table. So yeah, each and every Monday, we're going to be doing that. Now, one thing that I want to get y'all to look into, since y'all won't be back with me again until next Monday, I do have a couple of exercises for you that I want you guys to do, and we're going to talk about them next week. How many people are readers? If you're a reader, drop some books down in the chat for me. If you're an avid reader, drop me some books down in the chat for me. Ooh, Atomic Habits is a good book. I have read Atomic Habits like 2 or 3 times, actually. Okay, perfect. So I got a ton of readers in here. So I want a book that I want y'all to read. And this kind of can give you a little idea of what we was talking about today. It's called, write it down, or if somebody can drop it down in a chat, then I will try to get it pinned on here as well. All right, so the name of the book is The Bank Run of 2008. I want you to go to Google and see if you can find it, because it could be, I don't remember. I was looking it up earlier. I'd be looking up so much stuff. But just Google the book run of 2008. Yep, the book run of 2008. I want you to look at that, and then as you are reading that, let's talk about what happened when you lose trust in the bank. Because remember I said when they start putting the money into the bank, that's you gaining trust. Well, what happens if you lose trust? Because like I said, when that cyber attack happened, how your bank responded to what happened, that make you lose trust in the bank. So what happens when you lose trust in your bank? We're going to talk about that next week. So that's one thing. The second thing that I want you guys to do is going to go into banking terminology. So I want you guys to identify some key banking terminologies and their meanings. For those who don't know, I know some people probably like, okay, I know. Some of you don't know. So with this, we're going to start from the ground up. So I want you to go ahead on and look into it so we can take a deep dive into it. Because just because I know what in itself mean, I may not. I've heard somebody mention in itself, but do I really know what it means? Do you really know what it means? So we're going to look those up, banking terminology and their meanings. Okay. All right. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. All right. So we're going to talk about that. And then we're also going to, like I said, next week, we will talk about how to pick a bank. How to pick your bank. I know a lot of y'all already said that you have banks, and right now you went with Chase because they had the better interest rates. That's good. But now don't put all your eggs in one basket. So let's find a second backup bank. Because what if something happened and Chase just happened to shut down today? What would you do? So we're going to pick and choose. We're going to go and talk about how to pick a bank. Somebody who may still use Chime. And if they use Chime, they may not know how to pick a bank or how to go to banking. Because to me, in my mind, Chime is not a real bank. But, Yep, what happens to your money? So we're going to talk about all of that. So, yes, so with that being said, thank you guys so much for being here. Again, if you missed it, I do apologize that you missed it. I do apologize that you're late if you missed it. Somebody should have recorded it. I will save the live recording. I am going to create a YouTube page so you can see this live if you missed it. I have not created it yet, but probably tomorrow or by next week when we go live again on next Monday, I will have my YouTube page. That way I can direct you there, and I will also try to have this live on there. If I'm not able to put this live on there, I'll make sure I make a way to go ahead on and put my other lives on the YouTube. So yes, so go ahead on and make sure you like and follow me. Don't forget to subscribe. Again, happy Monday. Thank you guys for being here with me. I hope tonight everybody learned something. I thank you for being here with me. Yes, and if you want to, I'll go ahead on and put up my Cash App. If you want to send me a donation for tonight, like I said, I did do this totally for free. If somebody want to get in the comments, then I can post it. My Cash App is the CBD Queen B. The CBD Queen B. If somebody can put that down there, then I'll go ahead on and pin it. You can send any type of donation. It doesn't matter, big or small. I appreciate it all. The THE CBD Queen and the letter B as in Brittany. THE CBD Queen B as in Brittany. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, Nakia. Thank you so much for that. Yep, that is. And if you want to drop a donation, big or small, I welcome it all. I thank you guys so much again for being here with me tonight. My live again will be next Monday night, going into how to pick a bank. Don't forget to look up the bank run of 2008. The bank run of 2008. Also, don't forget, look up different banking terminologies. We're going to talk about that next week. All right, and if you recorded my live, once the live ends, you can send me a DM so you can get it over to me. Do me a favor, and well, you can Google the book run of 2008. You can Google it. Yeah, Google it and it'll pull it up for you. And the question for that case study is, what happens when people lose trust in your bank? All right. Well, again, my name is Miss Brittany. I thank you guys so much for being here with me tonight. Make sure that you follow me for more. I will be going live again next Monday for an Intro to Banking 101. It's going to be Monday evenings, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Central. Be here. Tell a friend. Share it. Anybody is welcome to join. All right. I thank y'all so much for being here. Y'all have a good night. Bye.